He's got Tech 9 smoke instead. I feel like he should have swapped out with someone. Whitmer leading the charge here. Adren picking up a kill early on, and Whitmer trying to chase him down, actually. Adren falling quick, and now they should be able to get the bomb hunt. Sank's helping out. Space to fall as well, and Mo is down. So all on Hooch here. But this is a 1-on-4. I can't believe that they made it into the bomb side this easy.
I can't believe this Sanks is showing up again. This guy's nuts. He did it this morning on the T-side pistol with the clutch versus Envy. Now he's, I mean, just wrecking. Although that time around he falls a little flat. Hooch will eventually get the headshot on him. It's still a 1-on-3 scenario here for Hooch. He's looking for his second kill. He will find it. CompLexity just getting picked off one at a time. He's only got the one mag though, so let's see if he can actually find the final kill. It's not going to happen. Whitmer up close. We'll just punch him in the face. But yeah, from Sanks' perspective, these aren't easy shots to hit with the Glock either. Long range. It can be one of the most frustrating things working with a pistol, with a Glock pistol that is, versus a USP.
Yeah, really good job, but either way, it will be CompLexity picking up the first round there. It looked like no one was able to hit Hooch at all. He just didn't even take that much damage for the first couple of fights there, so it was a bit interesting. They put the one scout, and otherwise it's just pistol and armor on the rest of Gambit here. So we'll see. They were really, really slow to get into the game on cash. Hopefully, they're going to feel warmed up and ready to fight now.
That's the question. That's the question. Yeah, you're right to mention that as well. Definitely a bit of a rough start for Gambit. Adrian, he did get a couple, or just the one kill of the pistol this time around. So we'll see if he can do better here. He's got that glue. Well, he's got that deagle again, rather. But Doja will get caught on the side itself. That's Sanks again. This man is a menace. He's just running all over the place, dominating. Whitner will pick up a kill. And it's just on Hooch now, once again, all by his lonesome.
Yeah, he does get a kill with the scout. It would be valuable for him to save it into the upcoming round, but they're already slightly out looking for him, I think. Whitmer is holding the one side. They know that he's somewhere in B, right? So they could eventually sort of sandwich him in here, which I think would be pretty good. Whitmer, though, is very low on health. One bullet here is going to do it, but it will be a headshot in return. And a second one, and oh, even a bit of BM coming out. I like that.
Cup of tea. There you go.
Yeah.
There are a few Brits on the team. Whitmer isn't one of them, but, you know, there you go. He's been influenced. Still, a 2-0 lead here for CompLexity, and it should be a 3-0 lead, considering Gambit aren't going to be spending any money at all this round. Full USPs across the board for them. And so CompLexity, they get to basically run the yard for a little while longer before Gambit can put up any kind of a fight, and it's straight towards that B side, it looks like, here for CompLexity in this round. They're just going to go charging out. They're leading the way with the MAC-10. Whitmer takes point. No time wasted at all. Spaze literally eats a flash grenade.
Yeah, that has to be painful. Following up with one as well, but he's still alive. Third one coming in. Oh, poor Spaze. He spent most of that round just being completely flashed. Gonna be a bit annoying. No one's down yet on CompLexity. Hooch is coming in with a flank, which it's only really fun if there's anyone on the bomb side from his team still alive. Oh, that's the bomb as well. Oh, Def gonna be going down. Now we're gonna see the ultimate defense put up by Hooch. He's gonna need to. He's just gonna go charge in. In fact, probably they're expecting for him to try and save up there. So I kind of like the idea. He gets a kill with the UMP anyway. That's some good money.
I was having flashbacks to Alu, right? On the ladder at train. Just like, no way. Is it happening again? Not possible. And it's right, not possible. He gets overwhelmed. He actually gets a couple of kills with the UMP, so that's some bonus money to work with this round. Can be pleased about that. But it's still a 3-0 lead here for CompLexity on T-side train. So a fantastic start for the North American roster. Now the question is whether Gambit, with this limited utility that they have in the 4th round buy, can they get anything done? This is what happens when you end up buying the Kevlar in the 2nd round and investing heavily in Kevlar and pistols. You're just so limited going into the 4th round. You can get your rifles, but you just don't have many smokes or nades to work with. It doesn't matter when Doja's going to hit some shots like that on Whitmer, though.
Yeah, it seemed like Whitmer wasn't even ready to respond at all. He didn't really do any damage, so good start for Gambit, who are obviously going to look to make up for the last map. I think they were really frustrated. It looked like they were mounting an epic comeback, and CompLexity just sort of stopped winning rounds for a long while in the 2nd half. But then they did make it out 16-14. Def seeing all the bullets around on the wall there. Got to be a little bit careful crossing that line. Still a couple coming through. They're hoping, anticipating someone to come around that corner.
Just waiting for Android, basically, looks like. Spaze takes a little bit of time there to react, but We'll get Kant 4-on-4 scenario now. Moving on to this A site. The bomb is making its way out through A main, and some effective trading happening here for CompLexity. Moving together as a unit. Mo's going to be able to catch out Sanks, and that drops the bomb at his feet. So yeah, now into a 2-on-2. Bomb control for Gambit. And it's up to the two remaining CompLexity members here, Def and Surreal, to make something happen. They need to get that bomb back.
Gonna be a good shot there on Mo. Surreal coming in from the sniper nest. They still need to pick up the bomb, and I think they just managed to do that. Doja, is he going to have the good timing? Oh, no! He did. If you drop the bomb, then there's only 20 seconds left. He still gets a headshot on one, and now it's Def left, and Doja should just chill out for a moment here. He knows he has to put down the bomb, and there's it finally going to go through. 1 versus 1. Bit of a grenade coming out. Def, not that much health. He's going to end up going down. Great clutch from Doja. 1 versus 2. Getting a triple overall. Gambit going to win the round.
That delay, it's just bringing in that bomb so late. They didn't have it at Alley. That's one of the the differences that you can see. You'll see teams, they run that bomb through Alley because you have a couple of guys there to make sure you can ferry it to the site, right? You're going to get a couple kills. That means that you open up the bomb train, you get onto the bomb train. You don't necessarily have to worry about anybody over by A main or anything like that. You can leave that to your lurker over there. CompLexity, though, they actually just send the bomb in alone. And that's what ends up costing them the round, ultimately. So, still, CompLexity, they had some solid first rounds to this half, so they have plenty of money to go into this buy. And Gambit are the ones who are kind of still towing the line. I mean, a 1v1 means that they really don't have a whole lot to work with this time. A couple of shotguns, a UMP on Doja, and then the 2 rifles, one of them the Pilfered AK.
Oh, out here, mid-long range for the Max 7. He was probably hoping to get into Pop Dog. Instead, Whitmer going to run him down. So very aggressive start here for CompLexity, followed up with a headshot on Adrian. Space coming around the corner. He dodged up the bomb, and he needs to do more than that. Following up with a good headshot there. Can't quite get the third one in, but still, he did a lot of work. Now, Hooch coming up from behind, and this should be a sure kill on Surreal. Indeed, it will be. Bomb out in the middle of nowhere, and the remaining 2 players for CompLexity, well, they were sandwiched in. Not anymore, though. Android and Def coming up with some good shots, and that resets Gambit's economy, and now they're just in such a lot of trouble once again.
Yeah, just it's like cash all over again, almost, it feels like here. Just right at the start, Gambit wins 1 round. CompLexity gets, manages to pummel them right back again. They save 2 guns, CompLexity, so their economy is actually going to continue to build a little bit, at least on Android and Def. And while Gambit,
I do want to point out that it wasn't just Thorin who was predicting that CompLexity would lose both these maps. It's also Moses.
It's true. Moses did kind of skate by on that one.
Yeah. Now I'd say be interested to see. Oh, what a headshot there from Adren. Sorry, just interrupting myself. Gonna try and fall back down, but actually falls to his death. I think partly assisted by Sanks there. Oh no, the fall damage is a little bit too much. What a way to go. It's going to be a 4-on-4 here with Mo picking up Surreal. In fact, another kill going in Gambit's favor, even if they have almost no equipment at all. Sanks, wild spray with a UMP, and the ball making its way back to Ivy here. What a round.
Headshot onto Whitmer as well. He's going to get that bank nade off. A little bit of a trick one. You can mess that up, but this is actually buying time for the rotation to come out from Hooch. He's back into Link towards the A side, looking the wrong way, however. He's expecting them to come out through Pop Dog. Instead, it's Android coming out through Alley with the bomb. That's the last thing that Gambit would expect. They're thinking there's so much action happening on B, the bomb must have been close by. Instead, it's as if they wanted to go A the entire time. Whitmer spots the man moving out through the smoke as well, so that's Space losing the element of surprise. Doesn't matter when he hits headshots like that, though. And now it's all on Whitmer, 34 HP in a 1v2 clutch scenario.
Yeah, he's got to wait and listen for that defuse. That's the big thing. Tabs it once, realizes no one is there, and Gambit can't play this game for too much longer. They don't have a kit, so they sort of need to get on there. You're going to get the shot with the Deagle, and that's obviously very good news. Space with the double, Mo with the double, and they'll have enough time to get the round through. So that's a really big win for Gambit.
Unbelievable win. They just ended up running in one after another, and this just started it all off. Instant peek on upper. They messed up their smoke, their Molotov, though. That's the thing. Did you notice that they threw the incendiary, and it banked off the wall right back at them? So CompLexity, they thought about it. They were trying to set something up to stop that kind of peek from upper, but just, human error. Even Guardian makes mistakes like that, So it's just like everybody's capable of messing up nades. NA nades, maybe?
NA nades, yeah. Well, speaking of grenades, a lot are raining into the bomb side right now. Look at the charge, the speed here. Sanks running right through to the end, but they lose 2 in transit. Mo and Space picking up a kill each. Now Sanks has got a big opportunity here Gonna get the kill on one and trying to see if he can maybe block off that entrance from anyone else joining in. 3-on-3, they need that bomb plant. Whitmer gonna get a kill on Space, and right now, CompLexity are looking like the better team, which is interesting.
Sanks, he knows there's somebody in the back line, and he spotted Doja out as well, so they have the information to go off of. Whitmer's going to catch Hooch trying to get clever on the site itself, and now Doja changes up his position, no longer at Link. He's now got the element of surprise working on him, or working for him, rather, as he gets his eyes on that bomb site. CompLexity, they are getting that buddy system going, where they're going to pair up, but the bomb is still dropped out in the middle of nowhere, in the open in front of the site. They actually think that he's coming in from Pop Dog, so this is sick. Doja, he's going to try and pounce on this, and he spots the one man away at Electric. There's a shoulder peek confirmed from Whitmer. They peek together, and it works perfectly for CompLexity. Unreal. How are we back? It's just the seesaw. It's one team wins, the other loses, and it's right back again.
Yeah, but CompLexity are, I guess, winning more because they're on the terrorist side, and also because they got the pistol, right? So they're in a really good spot. This kind of trading is perfect for them. And look at the response from Gambit. This is a bit mad. You know, if you were on this terrorist side and you picked up 2 AKs and 3 takedowns armor, we could maybe run with it. Maybe we'd be on board. But this is essentially gambling a lot of the first half on this round here. If they don't win it, then they're going to be so far behind. Can hardly believe it. That was a quad kill from Whitmer in that round, by the way, just in case you're keeping track at home. He's been playing all right on Train.
Whitmer's been playing all right. I mean, fairly all right. So far on both of these maps on Cash, he wasn't doing too shabby. Everybody on CompLexity was hitting shots, though, on Cash, so a bit hard to pick him out. A Def just trying to make some noise over here, so some confusion in the ranks for Gambit. Make some noise towards Pop Dog. He doesn't know that somebody's holding close, and this is a good position for Moo to hold in, because if anybody steps towards those B halls, and you see that, the rotation coming out now from Adrian, they want to stack on that B site. This might be based off the information given by Mo, basically the audio cues. And he's going to be in position for a very quick rotation as well. He can go for that flank, straight up pop. And so CompLexity, if they commit to this, 55 seconds left. Bomb is up here in Brown Halls as well. And there's still 2 players, Android and Surreal, waiting over by A main. They need to make their move eventually, otherwise Mo might be getting in a bit of a tight spot here.
Bomb hesitating up there. They're going to make their way straight down, not even touching the ladder. Depth just coming out of nowhere. That's a good way to get started. Doja on the site here with the rifle in hand. He needs to go big. He does a little bit of damage, but it's not enough. Hooch going to be dropped as well, and now Space coming in from behind, landing 1 kill, but that's all they're going to get in the round. 6-2 now for CompLexity, and now Gambit are utterly out of money.
They're taking off right now, CompLexity. They're completely controlling the situation. You can see the frustration that's clear on Adrian's face. Space as well. Nobody's happy on Gambit's side because they know how deep in the hole they are. This was sick from Def, though. Usually you see players kind of, you know, fumble around on the ladder, try and throw themselves off the ladder to throw off their opponent's aim. He just fully commits, just drops. There's like some, you expect there to be like cracks in the pavement beneath him, right? DBZ style.
Yeah. I think Adrian was even channeling Happy there with that, you know, hand to the face. Whitmer actually, Sankso throwing a grenade straight at Hooch. That wasn't what killed him, it was Android instead. A very easy and clean round here when no one goes down on CompLexity. The money starting to build up now for the American team, and Gambit, they only just now have money to buy again. 7-2, what a scoreline. I mean, this is not what we were expecting.
Not at all. To be frank, not at all. Definitely expected Gambit to put up more of a fight here. They should be the more experienced lineup, train more of a tactical map that should favor a team with a bit more experience. But CompLexity, I mean, they're just running out and they're taking fights. They aren't showing any fear, any respect. It's just like, okay, we won on Cash, it was close. But we won against all the odds. Gambit won both pistol rounds on Cash too. They had everything going their way, Gambit, and they still didn't win the map. So CompLexity coming into train right now, they're just like, right, we're gonna have our way. I say that, and Space starts it off strong by shutting down Whitmer, but he does a lot of damage. Android and Surreal both very low. Android dead, Surreal dead. And it's Moo just going ham right now. Quad kill for Moo, making all the difference. That's the kind of play that could actually get Gambit breathing again here.
Yeah, very good job. And they seem to sort of just have forgotten about that position. And there was a lack of communication there, I think, as well, to try and deal with it. But what is good, I mean, he can sort of either stick behind here or he can try and keep going aggressive. And I think they were probably thinking that he'd sort of hide behind the train, right? And he just kept coming for them. So he maybe beat the timing a little bit there. 11th round coming up, and AWP on Whitmer now, suggesting maybe that CompLexity are going to try and slow down the pace a bit.
Be a fair suggestion, that's for sure. Just let Whitmer start getting to work with that op. Train is definitely a good op map. So there is no op to stop him either on Gambit. Full rifles for Gambit. So CompLexity now in a pretty decent spot. They decided to really, slow down the pace. Is Whitmer in position to actually take advantage of the AWP, though? He is going to be up in Brown Halls. It sounds to me, it sounds like we've just barely caught the comms there, but it sounds like they want to start heading back towards A. So we may have a bit of a change in plans here from CompLexity.
Doja and Adren are holding fairly close to the ramp here, so you wonder if they're eventually going to go and look and maybe find some information. Space is in a good position right now to catch the first man off guard. The problem is if there's a lot coming around the corner, it's going to be hard to get more than one kill. And already being peeked out there, they line up, but he's not going to get a single one. So that's a position that's better designed for just a single person peeking and not, 2 or 3. And there's no way to know that. I still like the idea. Now, they feel like they've sort of been discovered in going back there, so they're going to switch it up again. What's
interesting is that there's an immediate play for information from Mo for Gambit, and so Adrian is already rotating over towards that B side to back up Doja. Mo gets into A main, sees that nobody's here. CompLexity, they just got the kill and backed off, and so Gambit is starting to think B site. Hooch even starting to back off, starting to think about getting into that back line towards CT spawn. There's the incendiary going down, 20 seconds left. There's no time to horse around here, CompLexity. You guys need to get out onto this site right now. 14 seconds.
The bomb drops here, that's going to be disastrous. It is picked up by Def right now. They need to get onto the side. Doja fighting, there's the bomb down. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, they need to pick it up. They're out of time. Oh no. CompLexity, they had the lead. They had everything going for them. But that one Molotov was so perfectly timed. They simply end up running out of time. And then Doja coming in with those big kills. And that was all it took.
That's brutal, especially when you had all of these nades to work with. They really were counting on Whitmer to catch somebody peeking at connector, I think. There's no instant smoke goes down to cancel out the Molotov. They had 2 smokes as well. They could have probably got one down to block off connector as well. Might have made life easier for Doja, but the time, the valuable seconds just ticking off the clock. So that puts CompLexity in in an eco situation, but they should still be feeling fairly confident with how this is playing out right now. Seeing as how they're still in the lead, 7-4. And while they have a chance, they'll have a chance rather to reset. Was that all of that damage just dealt with a few random shots from an M4A1?
No, that was a disgusting grenade coming out of Hooch. 1 HP with that. Mo trying for a bit here and actually going to be rewarded with a bit of a luck here as well. And the grenades close out on Sanks. So 5-7 and a little bit of something going in the way of Gambit here. 13th round coming up. Still money on CompLexity, which is one of the big benefits of winning that many rounds in a row. 3 is what they had stacked up there. That's going to help them out something now. 13 kills on Android, who's doing very well indeed. So Sanks taking a bit of a backseat, not much, but a little bit. And Adrian is at 2 kills here. It's almost like Gambit are taking turns to have one guy not doing anything.
Yeah, they need to actually start getting together here, like CompLexity on that cash map. Everybody in the mid-teens, fairly even. Surreal spotting move coming from a mile away. Doesn't let him get aggressive. And now it's up to Doja, but Whitmer's already holding this angle. He should not get caught. Doja, yep. Trap sprung, but nothing coming from it apart from showing that, hey, we were willing to push aggressive. So now Def comes back up here to back up Whitmer. And CompLexity are still poised to just collapse onto this A site. They still have alley control, or at least Surreal holding around alley. He puts a random shot and an HE through just to make some noise to keep Gambit honest. But CompLexity, it seems to me like they could still wrap towards B if they wanted to.
No one's down at Ivy any longer for the terrorist side. Space and Adren hovering out in A. This is not a very solid A defense at all, but it might work, especially when Adrian is boosting up on that spot. He's actually going to fall back down. It's a bit of a shame. He could have had a really good position, I think. Whitmer charges through. They have no idea what kind of magic is this. Space going to go down to Sanks and Hooch, the only one defending out here. What they're not realizing is that Whitmer's walking. Oh, Adrian, how does he realize? That's almost unreal.
That's unbelievable. Somebody's dropped, but that shouldn't have too much of an impact. We're still into a 2-on-2 scenario here. Def and Android still in the fight. Hooch trying to slow crouch his way around the corner, checking these angles. And Adrian will soon be looking at that bomb train to give him support. And Hooch looking the wrong way. I mean, it's fair. He looks right. Adrian spots the boots of one of the players. That's Android, who jumps up on the train, changes up his angle, and now no chance. Adrian, just too many places to worry about. No info on the second man. And yeah, you get the replay of Surreal just annihilating Moo to begin with there.
Android at 16 kills, just doing a very good job. Now, Gambit have a lot of trouble right now because basically, if they lose this round, they're going to be out of money again. And there's a chance we could finish 10-5 in favor of CompLexity if that happens. So I am impressed by the T side of CompLexity, and also a little bit disturbed that Gambit aren't able to hold down their own CT sides. But that seems to have been a feature sort of almost all the games they played so far in Eleague, is that the CT sides have been very questionable.
Yeah, they do seem to struggle quite a bit. We'll get into that second half, and then we'll see really, you know, what they're made of at that point on that T side, where they'll be able to set the pace, take control of the situation. Still, it's Gambit, again, gambling. They were expecting some kind of aggression, early aggression from CompLexity towards the A site. They put 4 players out there solid to begin with. The CompLexity content to just sit back and wait. 3 guys holding towards Brown Halls, expecting Doja to try and push up again once that smoke goes up. And the bomb dropped all the way back in T-spawn, so CompLexity aren't going anywhere anytime soon. This is just a waiting game to see where Gambit are going to go aggro next.
The bomb really far back at the moment, so still more than a minute left. They have 2 Molotovs and actually 3 smokes, so it could be either bomb side, but just the 2 Molotovs here made me think it'd probably end up at B at some point. They're very easy places to throw those Molotovs to clear out where Doja's holding, not quite where Adrian is holding, but we'll see how it goes. Good shot there, taking down Surreal, and that was Adrian from on top of the train all the way up onto the brown holes, so good way to get started.
Yeah, there's the pick that Gambit were waiting for, and Whitmer unable to trade. Now Spaze, holding at Electric, gets the instant headshot on Def. 2 kills for Gambit now, practically for free. Spaze has only dropped down to half HP. And now with 30 seconds left again, CompLexity trying to make up their minds. Where do they want to go? Is it going to be B? It looks like it. Adrian peeks out, catches Whitmer jumping, but Sanks is there to save him. Whitmer survives with 26 HP. Still have the flash, and unfortunately, Android flashes himself into the wall. Doja holding on the site itself, though, and that's going to be the key frag. If they can pick that up, that would be big. Spaze, though, going to drop Android. And it's on Whitmer and Sanks now in a 2v4 scenario. And Whitmer not even going to be able to spot out Mo. Hooch catches Sanks reloading, and everything works out perfectly for Gambit in this round. From start to finish, this is how Gambit wish it would always go.
Yeah, and sadly for CompLexity, they just don't really have a lot of money going into the 15th round here. It always feels, I think, a bit deflating when you feel like you want to put up just one more fight here on the T side. They've done a very good job already. 8 rounds is definitely very good, very respectable, but you can't really put too much into this one. You got 4 Tech 9s, 1 AK, and a decent amount of grenades. Double AWP coming in from Gambit.
Oh, with all these Tech 9s, 2, 3, it's going to be the straight execute, okay. I was wondering if they were going to try and punish Mo over at Alley. If he keeps taking that op over there, you have a good chance of just rushing him down with the Tech 9s, right? Things could get interesting. Smoke is down to block off Alley as well. And CompLexity, they're just really looking to change up the angle. All of these smokes going down. The main thing here for Spaze is that he's going to be spotting at Electric. He's not going to see anybody. It's not until Hooch spots him at Alley that Gambit have confirmation. This is going to be an A hit coming in from CompLexity.
Yeah, they're trying to charge them down and changing the pace, and so far getting 2 kills. Third one coming in from Sanks, and CompLexity catching Gambit off guard. They did something similar to this earlier in the day. Android going to be picking out Adrian, and now Doja, the last man left. 1 versus 4. What a great strategy coming out of CompLexity, just catching Gambit off guard, in spite of the fact that they did sort of they have some warning down at Ivy because they were sort of peeking in there and seeing it coming. They still couldn't react.
Oh, this is unfortunate. That incendiary basically forces Doja out into the open.
Yeah, I mean, unlike earlier in the day when they tried to run that strat where they didn't have armor, this time, just informed us, they did have armor, and that was obviously the big difference here. So 9-6 favoring CompLexity. Yeah, I think Gambit just need to really work on their CT sides. There's something that isn't quite working out. When we get back after the break, we'll see if Gambit can run the full comeback this time with CompLexity. Going to take it 2-0. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's last half of the evening between CompLexity and Gambit, and so far it's been a very good showing for CompLexity. Especially Android has been playing extremely well. Hooch stepped it up for Gambit, and you can see right here 17 kills for Android and 13 for Hooch. Where Adrian, who's otherwise we've been sort of talking a lot about him for the Gambit team, he's still at 4 kills after 15 rounds. Yeah, unreal performance coming out from Adrian. Not the usual way that we expect that to be said. You know, usually you're expecting some guy to be dominating. Instead, Adrian, he's asleep, and he needs to wake up. It's time to have some coffee. It's time to get an impact going here, to have an impact on this second half. Otherwise, his team is looking at getting 2-0'd by the North American team here in this group. So there's a lot riding on this. Not just results, there's also the 3rd seed at stake in the group. So that's very important as well for that last chance qualifier. 2 of the 3rd seed teams will get, well, the ones with the most points will get a spot in the last chance qualifier and a chance at the playoffs. Oh, no way. Sit down. What are you doing to this game, Android? Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That's why we're watching the game. That's what I want to see more of. 4 versus 5. Android trying to see if he could maybe pick up another one. Whitmer in a great position, but Adrian has some tricks of his own, and Def is going to be going down there in the bomb side. They got the bomb down. Android picking up Adrian, but they're going to have to rotate all the way back. This is going to be such a tricky retake right now. 3-on-3. CompLexity trying to see if they can make up for the fact that they got faked out, and Android going down. Doja with a double kill here. Surreal and Sanks are left, and they're getting the kill. Surreal coming in with a great double, but Mo, he's got the Molotov, but they have a smoke. They see this coming. They've already set up for it. Now he hears the smoke pop. He knows that Molotov's not going to do anything. He's trying to get the shot through, and there's the defuse. CompLexity with the straight counter to what Gambit were trying for. What a fantastic read, and look at this. This we need to replay a couple of times. Yeah. Oh, that's good news. That's as clean as it gets. And Surreal, you got to give it to Surreal. These are the 2 monster kills that make all of the difference. Sanks with the smoking kit, that was big. But Surreal got the 2 kills that made it possible to even get close to that bomb site for the defuse. Hero plays coming in from CompLexity, and they've now picked up both pistol rounds in this last map here on Train. So they've given themselves the best chance at locking it out versus Gambit, who are going to be going for P250s and Deagles this round. Gambit trying to manage their money for that next round. So let's see. Doja steps out into Surreal's crosshairs. Not a place you want to be right now. He's going to pick up the kill. Sanks holds his own in mid by Electric. Gets 2 and a 3rd as well. Feels like Sanks really knows how to keep his cool. Yeah, individually, it feels like CompLexity are starting to sort of, more and more players starting to wake up, which is interesting. I can't imagine anything more disappointing than being in the position that Mo was in last time. You got the Molotov, you know, you got the whole plan in mind, and then you hear that smoke pop down there, and you just know, well, so much for that idea. That's not going to work anymore. And it's just panic, and yeah, you could see it was just panic. He starts spraying into the guy trying to get the diffuser. Doesn't happen. That's where your stomach just drops out, and you're like, well, then. Still, CompLexity trimming corners, but not really too much. A single ump picked up on Def. The rest of them are rocking rifles. They've got a good nade count, 3 kits. I mean, CompLexity are primed. They're set now for a strong start in this second half. Gambit putting 1 man over here towards Alley. That's Doja taking point here. Bit of a trade on the damage. Surreal taking a little bit of damage as well. But is Gambit really trying to change up the pace? They are set now in Pop Dog. Doja starting to fall back, trying to double up perhaps with Adrian, who's going to be working his way out from main. Yeah, it's actually just a flash. There we go. The flash is going to go off. That's the signal to go. And Adrian now starts to look for some opening here. He wants to find a kill to start things off, and he's going to catch a man jumping on the site. Sanks is down. Surreal takes a bullet to the face as well. And now, well, Android has a chance. He's lurking, but Adrian just keeps doing damage. Wow, through the smoke as well. Why not? Hiding in the corner is Android, almost getting found there. Could have been a 3rd kill for Adrian, but instead, he's now trapped in here and shouldn't. I mean, there's pretty much no way to make it out of this round alive. Can't even really escape with the AK. He's trying to see if he can sneak his way past, but Doja's just going to pick him up. Solid round coming out of Gambit. Excellent work from Gambit. That was a nice, clean execute, and that's what will win you rounds versus a team who don't really have that much experience on the CT side of Train.
which is interesting. Caught them during the break, CompLexity discussing like which spots they want to play. And so when you're thinking, right, CT side, you really need to be coordinated. You know, you need to know who's watching which angle. All these sorts of things come into play. So many factors. The fact that CompLexity are trying to figure that out on the fly. If Gambit have a few clean strats that they know how to run in their back pocket, I mean, it's going to make Gambit's life a whole lot easier and improve their chances to pick up this map. So we'll see. CompLexity, back to pistols, managing their money. And a little bit of a trap laid over here by Ali. Doja might not be expecting Surreal to be holding so close, so maybe a little bit of a chance here for Surreal to do some damage.
Nice shot from Doja. He just spotted a little bit. Is he going to check the corner? It seems like he won't, and Surreal will be able to take him out. Shouldn't be getting a second one there. Mo able to pick it up, so still all right for Gambit in general. Adrian picking up Whitmer and Sanks out here by Electric. Seems in a good position. Oh my god, he picks up that kill on Ooch as well. Could hardly believe that one. It's now Def and Sanks left 2-on-2. This is Adrian and Mo.
This is a little awkward now. Bomb is under control. Sanks is going to go for the peek towards Ali, and that's going to be the end of him. Mo not going to miss that shot. But Def has got the deagle. There's an AK picked up right in front of him, but he doesn't even need to really go for that because he has that one shot, one kill potential here in his hands. He's expecting someone to flank in from A main, but he does know that one is coming in from Ali. Thing is that Gambit, they're going back to basics. They're going to work to team up together so that they can trade effectively. And there we go. The flash goes out, or the smoke rather. Flash there onto Mo, but it actually is more effective on Def himself. That's a little unfortunate. And now it looks like Mo's going to be able to sneak forward and pick up the bomb.
Timing is everything right here. He's making his way through the smoke. He's going to be allowed out. He picks up an AK, and they're planning on the other side, so he can't easily punish them either. Now he just has to go and look for this fight. Not going to happen, it seems. Two players from Kazakhstan at the end coming out with a win for Gambit and making it 8-11. Again, these T sides for Gambit just seem to be generally better, but a shot from Sanks here. Very good stuff.
Sanks clearly in his element. That is a chaotic spot to play. Not a lot of players are fans of playing that close to Pop Dog and main just because of that 50-50 element where you're looking at one and then they rush out the other, you're dead. It can be very frustrating. But Sanks, he seems to excel in it, man. He's just round after round picking up kills. So we'll see if he decides to go aggressive like that when he has a rifle in his hands, if that's part of the game plan here. Hooch breaking the windows, which gives Gambit the option to go for a smoke execute later on to the A site. But they're going to be very thorough here, it looks like, Gambit. They have Doja just hanging out, lying in wait over by Ali, so we'll eventually make some noise over here. And in the meantime, Spaze clears out Brown Halls. So now Gambit should have everything that they need. They should have everything that they need to call the play. And with that bomb dropped over by Pop Dog, they still have options. They've set it up so that Gambit can swing either way, depending on where they can find a pick or where they find a weakness in the defense.
Mo really hoping to create an opening for his team by having someone peek him. Now, they are going to get out here to set up a bit of a smoke attack, but the question is, are they actually going to commit to it or not? Good grenade. Space taking a lot of damage trying to get into the B-bomb side. Had to run through the Molotov first, and then he ends up going down. Android picking up a shot there on Adrian. So trading, no kills yet. Finally, going to be some damage in on them, but Doja still goes down. That grenade should clear him out. 1 health left. Come on.
That's a little silly.
Nothing will take out Android, it seems.
Well, Mo will do a good job of taking out his teammate Surreal. Hooch still sitting on 3 HP. Hooch has got the bomb now, but with 20 seconds left, it's not looking too good here for Gambit in this round. It's also the point where they might start thinking about saving. It's 15 seconds, yeah. Definitely going to just try and hold on to their gear for the next round here, Gambit. They don't have mountains of cash to fall back on, and so it does make sense to save an expensive rifle like the AWP. Adrian has the money in the bank to buy a new one, but do you really want that, or do you want him to be able to actually drop a gun for a teammate instead and still be able to full buy behind it?
Yeah, and that is the choice indeed here. If they drop both these guns or die with them, then they probably won't be able to do anything here. This round they should be able to just force up with the rest here, so that grenade putting on a 1 health, that's a bit ridiculous.
22 kills though coming in, man. Android just wrecking house right now. 12 to 8 though.
With that last name, he's 1 D away from being, you know, cannon fodder. I'm just saying. Didn't see that.
I didn't see it. I missed it. Oops.
It's all right. It's all right. 21st round is coming up here, and there's only a 4-round difference, so no one is for sure winning the game right now. But that one round from CompLexity definitely very important. It seems like against Gambit, the hardest thing is to win the CT side. So we'll see if CompLexity can pick up another 4 here. They managed to eventually close it out on Cash, which in itself was a surprise. This time, Android will be going down, and that was Mo opening up the round. Cooch getting with the bomb plant here. Mo's second kill, in fact. Oh, Whitmer not able to deny the plant.
Unfortunately for Whitmer, they figured out right away that he is up here, and he's missing flick after flick. His entire team gets picked off, and it's an actual ace. It is an ace for Mo. Every shot with the AWP, pick after pick, all of that coming off the information from his teammates as well. Adrian spotted Whitmer, immediately boosted up on connector, and then they just played off of that. Perfect smoke execute coming in from Gambit to ruin CompLexity's day.
Look at his face when he looks like it's a little bit of a grin. How do you just walk out into the A courtyard and ace a whole team? That is actually a bit interesting. Well, 9-12. That round puts CompLexity on an eco, which is going to give Gambit a chance to make a little bit closer now. Trying to see if they can rush down Doja, who's on the other side here with an AK. He's going to get the first kill in. A second one through the box, not even phased a little bit. Up to Def now. See if he could get a single kill in with a deagle as well.
Yeah, always a chance, right? Always a chance. Adrian's been hitting some good deagle shots all day, so I mean, Def can maybe do the same. He's going to get caught off guard there by Hooch, the aggressive push around the corner. No Kevlar there to mitigate the aim punch. And so we're into the 23rd round. 10 rounds here for Gambit, 12 for CompLexity, and CompLexity not willing to go for it. They're still in the lead here. They're still very much in the lead in this situation. It's a CT-sided map. They've got a 2-round lead still. So instead of throwing that around away by, or instead of risking that by going for a force buy in this scenario, CompLexity are really just trying to play for max gear. Get as many nades, get the AWP for Whitmer, make sure you can get all the expensive items. And so they're going to go ahead and eat another round of eco here. Makes sense. I mean, this is fine. This just means you have confidence in your play and your ability to, when you have the gear, get the job done.
I say go for double AWP auto sniper, you know?
Full Navi?
Yeah, get that stuff in there. Definitely prefer that. Smoke to block off one side while the bomb is still dropped quite far back, so Gambit, they're not taking any chances right now. They're really trying to make sure that they don't give up anything. And now they're going to have confirmation that it's not a buy coming in. Doja spotting the fact that there's no rifle, so should give them some relief here. Oh. They line up for him. That could have been great.
That would have been sick. Not for CompLexity, but definitely for Doja. It's not going to work, though. It's going to be an A play coming in here from Gambit. And so Def, once again, he's the one who's kind of just like wondering what happened to his team on that A site, working his way in slowly from B, but little does he know there's 2 people there. Spaze gets impatient, gets punished, rightly so. Adrian's there to rectify things, but Spaze getting a little nosy over there towards Pop Dog. 12-11, CompLexity. Now's the time for them to get it done because the money is out of control for Gambit. If CompLexity are going to have a chance of really just shutting things down, they need to just completely close things out for Gambit here, force them to spend that bank in the next round, and proceed to carry on.
24th round coming up. We are really nearing the end of this game here, and I still don't know quite who to call it for. Surreal has picked up the AWP on the CT side, and Gambit a little bit aggressive early on over by Brown Horse, just trying to get into position and catch anyone there. And they're still very paranoid that someone might be showing up, but you can see depth is very far back at the moment.
Doja. There are some shots. There are some shots. He's starting off by dying. That's Surreal with the AWP, not Whitmer, interestingly enough. Whitmer's holding close to Pop Dog, so I guess he doesn't want to go full JW and have the op that close. But it's fine with the M4. This could work. He's actually going to get flashed into A main, so a little bit more information gathering here working out for CompLexity at that minute mark. Usually when the CTs want to start pushing for info to put some pressure on the T side and also be prepared with the proper setup when the push comes in from the Ts. So, I mean, Gambit, now are they going to be able to realize this? Are they going to actually come around this corner scoped up, and is Moo going to hit the shot, or is he going to get caught by Whitmer? The barrel has been spotted, and Whitmer, with the fire, is going to bring it.
And he wanted to get back around the corner, but he just couldn't. Space picking up Sanks, who was otherwise setting up to kill Adrian, so could have been a different course of events there. Now it's a 2-on-3, 30 seconds. The bomb out in the open. Surreal covering it. Adrian going down in space. versus 3 with just 20 seconds left. This is very tough to win. Good chance CompLexity could make it to 13 right here and now, and he's getting shot from every which angle. Another 3 rounds here, and we'll have a 2-0 win for CompLexity over Gambit. They do have an obscene amount of money on the terrorist side, so they're going to be able to buy again.
There's no problem with the money. What I'm curious about is the setup. Are Gambit going to start heading towards that B side anytime soon? Gambit just don't like the letter B at all. On Cash, they did nothing but A, and here on Train, same story. So CompLexity, I mean, they can start kind of setting up, tweaking their defense to make sure that they're in position to deal with an A push. Although this time around, they are expecting some kind of action on B. And it was the same thing as on Cash, right? Remember when Gambit, they had so much success on A, they decided to go towards that B site. In this case, Gambit, they are gathered up to B, but CompLexity, they've got a proper read on the situation. They haven't cut any corners. They've got 2 players over here on the B site.
Space moving forward, being the front man here to check the corner. Always a bit risky. You never know what might be hiding around there. Now they're going to go for it. And oh, Adrian, look at that. He actually puts out the Molotov behind him, clearing the way for his team. That's just beautiful teamwork. But so far, they've only traded 1 for 1. He's going to try and put out a Molotov. They still need to clear out Sanks, who was on the side. And finally, they're able to take him down. But Def comes back with a return kill on Mo. The bomb is being planted here. It's a 3-on-3 retake, and Adrian doing so much for his team in this round. Picking up a kill on Surreal as well. Def going to be down to Hooch, all on Android, and he gets 1.
Single flash grenade to work with, though. Far from ideal. Doesn't have a smoke, no Molotov either to try and keep the man holding on high away from him. He does have a kit, but that incendiary goes down, and that pretty much seals it up here for CompLexity. Android has to start thinking about backing off, but Hooch is there. Triple kill for Hooch, double for Adrian, and that was such a sick snap decision. Just like, right, incendiary, boom, cancel with the smoke immediately. And the smoke had already been set up on lower, so it doesn't matter. Adrian gets through right out of the, he gets down the lower ramp, spots nobody holding close, so him dropping that smoke doesn't even matter. It's actually a huge benefit. Cancels out any Molotov damage that he would have, that his teammates would have taken.
Yeah, and I mean, they wouldn't even have been able to follow up. They probably would have had to have waited. So then he would have been fighting alone on the bomb site for a long time. Android has got 25 kills. There's 21 on Mo right now. This is what I was talking about earlier. Mo is very good on this train map. Of course, last time I said it, he turned out to be almost insignificant to the game, but this time he's definitely stepping it up, and it's good to see he's leading the way for his team at the moment. Adrian trying, grenade, I think it's going to catch the corner on the wrong side there, but no, actually Android ran into it. So that's good news. They only have pistols as well, so it should be Gambit tying up the scoreline at 13-13.
There's a stop, there's a shot. Mo takes out Surreal, and now it's all on Whitmer. He's on a bit of a long mission. Not a whole lot of damage dealt to anybody on Gambit, so he doesn't really have too much hope to pick up a gun for free. Somehow Gambit think it's a good idea to just sit with the bomb, though. Are they intentionally running it down so that they can, like, what's going on? Get the bomb planted, start that clock ticking.
Just trolling us a little bit.
They are a team that seems to like to take their time to get that bomb down sometimes, though. It's weird. It's a little weird. A little off-putting.
Yeah, there's definitely, at some point, you feel like you sort of tick past the point of you're just being cautious to it being a little bit ridiculous. But at the same time, I feel like they mentally probably can't deal with another loss here against CompLexity. So they just want to make damn sure that nothing goes wrong, and Whitmer goes down, and then it's going to be a tied scoreline at 13-13. It feels like we've been here before. The last time CompLexity managed to turn it around, and you can see winner of the map takes 3rd seed, so there is a lot on the line.
Yeah, the reason why that is so important, and I'll repeat it again in case you're just tuning in, it is the way that the format works. If you get 2nd seed, you're going into the last chance qualifier, but because there's only 6 groups, you need another 2 teams. So the top 2 3rd-seeded teams will get a chance at the last chance qualifier as well. So there is a lot riding on it. Every map matters in the group phase, because you really want to get that 3rd seed if you can't make 2nd or 1st. Fourth, you get a pat on the back and a cookie. You know, it's like you tried, but there's nothing there for you.
Oh, missed shot from Mo. That was a heroic jump to get down, but they still open up the bomb site quite a bit. Backup is being called for, and look at Adrian flanking them out from the A courtyard. This is going to be very interesting. If they can survive and get the bomb plant down, This one position from Adrian could really pay off. Mo picking up a second kill here. AWP doing so much work. Flick not going to connect this time, and he does get damaged a little bit. But with the bomb down and with this kind of a setup, Adrian is just waiting for the perfect opening, the perfect timing. Now he's made it around the corner. Headshot on one. That's Def going down, but actually turning around there. Android now in a 1-on-2. He drops to Mo, picks up another quad kill. He's had an ace already. He is just tearing this game apart right now, and 26 kills and 14-13 scoreline.
Yeah, 26-13, and now CompLexity have a bit of a difficult decision ahead of them here. Do they decide to go for the win, or do they play for overtime? If they go for the win, it means they're forcing right here, right now, and they're going to spend all of their money. They're trying to go for the long game. They aren't going to invest anything past pistols in this round, and it looks like that's what's going to happen here. No Kevlar picked up, no nades. CompLexity are playing for overtime now. So Gambit, this should be a pretty clean-cut round, clear. Just get in there. No chance for Android at Alley. That's going to end in Doja picking up one kill. He's going to get that incendiary down fairly close this time, so Surreal's going to be in a bit of a toasty spot. He gets picked. Doja will shut down Whitmer, and it's just like that. We're left with depth. Depth.
Yeah, see, I initially was confused about how to pronounce that as well. I feel like if you want it to be called Def, just go for that, you know. No reason to try and throw a Vods. But on the other hand, there are players who have much worse names.
Very true. Zip 9X.
See, that doesn't even worry me anymore. I'm just saying there are some that are difficult. I think Kjærby for most people who are not.
Yeah, for most people who aren't Scandinavian, I suppose.
Yeah, could be a little bit tricky.
How does Richard say it again? Like Kirby or something? Kirby or what? Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess with it. I feel like when you choose a name like that, you've got to expect that people might screw it up a little bit.
That's the thing, right?
We're going into the 29th round, Semler. It is 15-13 here. CompLexity. They are fighting for overtime at the moment, and early frag coming in from Space. Hooch to follow it up as well. They need to stay in this and get to that overtime. CompLexity, they've had such a good day already, but finishing in third seed right now definitely be a big win for them. Surreal creeping in by Ali, and Def gonna try and go for the shot, but Space right now definitely stepping it up with a double kill, and Surreal and Whitmer left trying to see if they can get in here, get 4 kills and a bomb defuse. Doesn't seem easy. Surreal gonna be going down, and Gambit gonna take it. 16-13 as a win for them. And, I mean, what a tough game. And Gambit, again, showing that they're just very adept at these terrorist sides, whereas CT sides, maybe not so much.
Yeah, Thorin's going to be like, who's laughing now, Lake? Bit brutal. But, I mean, still, a better showing, I think, than what we could have expected out of CompLexity. They still picked up a map off of Gambit on cash. And so they came close on train. They came very close. But Gambit, they had